Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another pick a card reading. In today's reading, we are going to be taking a look into your wish. Okay, so as you can see, the title of the video, I want you guys to go ahead and make a wish and allow me to predict the most likely outcome for said wish. And I'll also be giving a little advice. All right, so without further ado, guys, go ahead, make your wish, and let me go ahead and introduce the piles. So for pile number one, we have the Spirit Song Tarot deck and the Vanadinite crystal. This is what it looks like. For pile number two, we have the Spellcasters Tarot deck, the Modern Spellcasters Tarot deck. That's what it looks like. And the Rhodonite crystal or stone. And then for pile number pile number three, sorry, we have the Kemetic Tarot deck. There we go, the Kemetic Tarot deck with the Boulder Opal. And then last but certainly not least, we have pile number four with the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot deck. And that is what she looks like. Okay. And that has the Angelite crystal paired with it. All right. So if you guys need a moment to select a pile, rewind the video, pause if you need to, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Hello, pile number one, people. Those of you who have chosen the Spirit Song Tarot deck with the Vanadinite crystal, I'll also provide the name of this crystal in the description box below. But that crystal is actually good, really good for helping with procrastination and finishing projects. Okay. But let's go ahead and get into the reading. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards on camera so that you guys know it's real. Okay. Pile number one. What is pile number one's wish, please, Spirit? What is the most likely outcome for pile number one's wish, please? Okay, so for a lot of you guys, you're wishing for love, or at least connection. Important connections. We have justice at the bottom of the deck. However, you guys are hanging on to or holding on to something that's actually preventing you from the very thing that you are wishing for. Um, Also, Spirit is telling me to be careful what you wish for. Okay, so for some of you guys, you could be hoping for very prosperous types of connections, like business connections, business relationships, wanting to be in the spotlight, wanting to make connections with people who are in the spotlight or something along those lines. Um, but it's not as there's not as much substance there for you as a soul as you may think or assume. It's very empty, and it can lead to a lot of sorrow and heartbreak in the end. Okay, it may provide you with a temporary feeling of being accomplished and having reached some sort of pinnacle of success you have in your mind for yourself, but it's very empty, and you may meet people who actually do a lot of shady things behind your back. I'm getting like people who don't really mean you well, but connect with you, or want to be seen with you for the notoriety or what they may look like in the public eye, or they may be using you for something, especially if you're offering some sort of service to the public. Okay. um for some of you guys, you're wishing for a romantic love connection, but it's not going to come in until you release the past. This could be in the form of someone you're currently dealing with, someone you're currently holding on to, not allowing a situation to end, being very closed minded on your idea of your ideal person, maybe focusing on one specific person. And I'm also going to take it back for those people who are wanting to like make very important connections for the public, like public eye, wanting to be seen in certain circles and have certain people as their friends. um what was I going to say? What was I going to say? Spirit is saying don't see this as a loss if it does not work out that way. If it does work out that way, then you're meant to see something. Okay. All right. So, and then for others of you guys, you could already be in a connection, right, with someone, connecting with someone, but the blockage there is lack of trust, maybe due to some past circumstances or past situations, either with this person or another person. You're wanting a healthy relationship. You need to release the past. You need to trust the person that you are dealing with now. Trust that they have your best interest at heart. If you have no reason to doubt this person, if you have reason to doubt this person and you feel like they've been bringing you down, they've been a weight on your shoulders, okay, but you can't let them go for whatever reason, that's not for you. This third message is for those people who know you're in a healthy dynamic with someone, and the main thing preventing you and this person from having a balanced and healthy and harmonious relationship is the fact that one or both of you guys is holding on to some sort of past hurt, either that this person has done or someone else, okay? But also for my single people wanting relationships, you need to release the past. Okay. You need to let go of any type of hurt you've experienced or dealt with in the past. Okay. Point blank. Okay. So for some of you guys, your wish may be coming true within the next few weeks. For some of you guys, it may be happening within the next few months. But every one of you guys need to consult your higher power, your angels, ancestors, wayshowers, whoever you consult with to make your life decisions, you need to consult with them. Okay. And I'm going to say for those of you who are wanting to meet the right people in your career, it doesn't even necessarily have to be spotlight, but I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're wanting to meet certain people or you're wanting to have relationships with certain people to elevate or boost your career. You're going to want to do this the right way. You're going to want to build these connections properly. Don't go into these situations clout chasing because you're going to get hurt. Okay. Vet these people. Okay. Treat them like normal people. Okay. Get to know them. If they're not the type of people you vibe with, don't force it. Okay. And same thing for those romantic connections as well. Okay. But you got your love, your whatever it is you're hoping for to come in, it's going to come in. Okay. It's going to happen for you. And same with romantic connections. Do not force a relationship because you feel like you've been single for too long or because you feel like you've been with this person for so long and you're scared to start over. No. If you want a genuine relationship, okay, you want to be happy in your relationship, ships even, you need to do the right thing, okay? You need to vet these people, you need to get to know them, you need to not rush into things, okay? Okay. Stay true to yourself, pile number one, in manifesting whatever it is that you are trying to manifest, this wish. The spirit is saying your wishes will come true when you stay in alignment. And I feel like your alignment is when you're in service to others. And that does not mean depleting yourself to help other people, but that's your fuel comes from helping other people, seeing other people happy. And it could be the simplest of things, okay? But when you dim your light to fit into a relationship or to fit into a crowd of people, you're not being your true self and you're not honoring yourself, but also you're not honoring the other individuals because you could be bringing something to the table that helps a lot of people. But if you're trying to morph yourself into these groups of people or these crowds or this friendship or this relationship, you're doing yourself and other people a disservice. Okay, your time will come. Do not force it, do not rush it. Okay, and do not under any circumstance think that somebody else is above you. I don't care if it's a celebrity or not. Okay, Spirit is also saying this impatience that you feel towards some certain things, like meeting certain goals and feeling like you need to do this, that, and third, or meet with this person. Tuning back into yourself and really connecting with the things that make you happy again is going to help diminish that anxiety or that impatience that you're feeling towards meeting certain goals. Fall in love with life again. Pile number one. You need to fall in love with life again, and things will just magically begin to happen for you. Just flow through life being yourself, staying true to yourself, and the right people, places, and things will connect with you. Another thing I will say is if you are feeling uncomfortable with your current environment, your current relationships, your current, be it platonic, familial, or romantic, it's time to reassess those connections because some of those connections could be making you feel stuck or smaller than what you actually are. Okay. And in order to really come out of your shell and attract the things that you want to yourself, you have to be in the right vibration, and being in around people who are low vibrational is going to bring your vibration down, and it's going to impact your ability to attract the things that you're wanting. Okay, so assess your environment. Okay, we have earth dragon and we have landscapes, places. So some of you guys also, this could be a call to maybe look into moving. Okay, um but yeah, there's something that's making you feel stuck. And Spirit is saying the things that you think right now are going to help you not feel stuck, they're saying reassess that because that's not completely it. For example, if you're wanting to meet and mingle with certain like A-list celebrities or B-list, like celebrities in general, because you think it's going to boost your career in some way, um, Spirit is saying there's something deeper there. There's something that's actually driving that feeling, and I feel like it's a dissatisfaction with your current life. Okay, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be in the spotlight and you need to have all eyes on you and you need to be, garnering so much attention to yourself. You think that's going to make you feel more highly of yourself or think more highly of yourself, but it's actually a little bit deeper than that. Pile number one, you're deeply unhappy with something in your life, and it's because there's something that's out of alignment in your life, and Spirit is wanting you to take a look at whatever that unalignment is. You need to pick your life apart, pile number one, and figure out what the hell it is that's making you feel stuck. Some of you guys, it's a place that you're working. I'm not gonna hold you. It's a career path you've chosen for yourself. It's maybe overworking. For some of you guys, you're overworking. Okay. For some of you guys, you're holding on to toxic relationships and toxic patterns that are not helping you get to where you want to go and are actually making you feel very empty. Okay, and lowering your vibration. For example, if you're in a relationship with somebody who's constantly cheating on you, who is constantly belittling you, who is constantly, leaving you alone and making you feel lonely, right? You in those moments are solely focused on your next dopamine hit, what's going to make you feel good again because you're feeling low. And you're not necessarily thinking long term, but you're thinking in that moment, right? And those toxic relationships really can take us down this downward spiral to where we're not paying attention to our life in the way that we need to. We're constantly focused on feeling better because we're always feeling bad because of the person we are sharing some sort of connection with, whether it's family members, romantic partners, whether it's friendships. It doesn't matter what type of connection it is. If it's not feeding your soul, if it's not making you feel alive, if it's not making you excited to wake up in the morning, on most days, I know it's not going to be every day, but most days you're excited to share time with the people in your life, it's time to reassess those connections, okay? And spirit is telling me, I know you don't think it's important. I know you don't think it's important, but it is. It is. And if you ask your spirit guides, God, source, creator about these things and really meditate on the answer, it's going to come to you. And those answers are going to come to you in stillness. So meditation, guys. All right, I'm going to pull one last card and then actually I'm going to pull two more cards and then I will let you guys go, pile number one. I told myself today's reading was not going to be super long. Okay, so two came out in this deck. I will heal and move on. I can embrace change. Yeah, so there's certain things you are needing to release, pile number one, if you want this wish. Okay, and I'm going to pull one last card regarding this wish. Spirit, what do you have for pile number one regarding their wish? Will this wish come true? Okay, so I got three cards from there. Okay, gentleness is at the bottom of the deck, and spirit is wanting you to be gentle with yourself. There is no timeline for when you can be successful or how you can be successful in life, whether this be in love, whether this be in finances, whether this be in your career, your friendship circles. There's no timeline. There's no set in, like, you have to have a family by this time. You have to have this career by this time. You have to have traveled the world before you're 40 years old. Like, there's no set timeline, guys. Okay. Strength, and I'm hearing intuitively that some of you guys are holding on to some sort of relationship out of fear, some sort of time constraint. You feel like, oh my god, if I don't settle down now, then I'm going to miss that time, that window of time where I can have healthy kids, or I can be a healthy, vibrant and lively partner to the person I'm with, and that couldn't be further from the truth. Okay, so we have strength. This challenge will make you stronger. You will get through to the other side. Look for the gifts in this situation. For others of you guys, you are so bogged down with your current lifestyle. You're tired of your current lifestyle. And for those of you who are tired of your lifestyle, I feel like this has a lot to do with your finances and or career. And you feel like the clock is ticking. When is something going to happen for me? There has to be light at the end of this tunnel. I've sacrificed. I wake up every day. I dedicate myself to X, Y, and Z, and it still hasn't paid off, or I'm still not happy. And when am I going to be happy? Right? Anger. Safely express your anger. Use anger as a positive force. Honor all of your emotions as sacred. And then we have leadership. Step into your leadership, share your message, inspire and empower others. And then we have passion. Do what excites you, get fired up about your life, increase your energy levels. So Spirit is saying do more of, and we got this message previously, do more of what makes you happy. Pile number one. I feel like a lot of you guys in this pile that I'm channeling this reading for have kind of lost sight of who you are, and you have all these wishes, right? But a wish without a plan, a clear, concise plan, and self development is always going to be merely just a wish. Okay. And I know for some of you guys, you're probably saying, I've done enough self development and healing. Okay. Because we've all been there, right? The moment you step into this energy of being excited about your life without having any reason, and then finding those reasons, for a lot of you guys, those reasons are going to find you, but you have to wake up every day and you have to make a conscious decision that you are going to do something that lights your soul on fire. Okay, that really that really holds your interest, that really makes you so happy, whatever that may be. And it's not going to be something that's material, spending money, eating, consuming unnecessarily, but it's something along the lines of something that you would create, something that allows you to be a creator, a creative, and doing more of that and becoming the leader of your life, becoming the star of your own life. Okay. For those of you who are wanting the spotlight, those of you who are, quote unquote, lusting for stardom or something like that, you first have to become the leader of your own life. And once you do that, you won't be starstruck when you enter certain rooms. You are the star. You have to drill that in your mind. Okay. You are the star, and once you realize that, stars have this magnetic field around them. Our sun, for instance, has this magnetic field that keeps the planets all in orbit, right? And so, what we aim to do in our lifetime is become a star, to where the things we are wanting are becoming attracted to us. But not only that, we're giving back to them. The sun sustains life. So a star sustains life through giving inspiration, okay, through its energy, right? So we're attracting things and people to us, but we're also giving back to those things. And naturally, pile number one, that's where your happiness lies, is when you're able to give something to someone else, even if it's just a smile. um your natural being is to be in service of others, and that's where you're going to find most of your happiness naturally. And when you're doing that, say you're a singer, you're a painter, you're someone who designs courses, or it could be something simple. You could be a grade school teacher, or you could be a manager at your job, something that requires you to be creative from time to time. But in that creativity, you're able to benefit other people's lives. Okay, you're able to create that song that really transforms a person's life or saves a person's life. So I have a few songs, okay? But being in that energy of creating and then being able to share that creation with others is something that really is going to fuel your soul and fill that emptiness within you, that makes you feel like you have to have that in a lover or in some sort of overly hyped up position in the public eye, or anything that takes away from your own unique star power and star quality. We need to hone in on that pile number one, hone into your own star power, okay? And what you want will be attracted to you. And we have big happy changes, but also you have to move out of your own way, okay? All right, pile number one. So that has been your reading. I hope you guys resonated with it. I hope you were able to at least take something from this reading. If so, don't forget to like, comment, and or subscribe. And I hope to see you guys on another one. Bye. Hello, pile number two people. Those of you who have chosen the Spellcaster's Tarot deck with the Rhodonite crystal. And look at the High Priestess showing up there. All right, so this is going to be a reading. Let's take a look into your wish. We're going to be predicting the most likely outcome for your wish. Okay, is it going to come true or not? Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Look at that. The High Priestess literally, oh, there she is. There she is. And we have the Two of Wands. You know what's coming to me? Don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you. Don't you worry, child. Okay, so look at that, the Five of Cups, and we're talking about God's plan. God's plan. And I'm hearing it was written in the stars. So a lot of you guys may be fretting over, or you may have been in a space of fretting over past decisions, feeling like you've made one too many mistakes. Okay, feeling like one of those mistakes may have set you back indefinitely, feeling like you may not be able to change certain things. Um, But God is like, they're laughing. They're saying it's all in due time. It was all a part of the plan. Okay, you are meant to learn some sort of karmic lesson in these quote unquote mistakes. So they're not mistakes if you learn the lesson. You're going to be happy again, and you're going to be in love again if you are concerned about that. Oh, some of you guys may actually be watching this for like a romantic connection. Um, and there is going to be a reconnection with you and another person. For some of you guys, you may feel like it's never going to happen for whatever reason, but the cards are saying that it's potentially, yeah, it's gonna happen. Okay. Whether it's going to happen the way you want it to, I don't know. We'll have to get some more cards. This is interesting. For some of you guys, your wish is not going to come true until you heal the parts or aspects of your life you may be overindulging in. For some of you guys, it could be the party lifestyle. It could be drinking a little too much. Okay. It could be hanging out a little too much. It's easy to go out, get carried away, have one too many drinks, and then forget, oh, I had this project to do. Oh, I had to look into something that's going to help me with my career, or, I had a homework assignment due, and I stayed out a little too late. I had one too many drinks, and now, and I feel like you guys have been maybe repeating this cycle a few times. Okay, it's a few times, but the creator has not given up on you. Okay, you still have hope. Pile number two. Don't you worry, don't you worry, child. As I'm saying that, the Three of Swords in the reverse came out, and then we have the Five of Cups in the reverse. And like literally, I keep saying that song, and then I'm like noticing there's this baby here, and this high priestess to me is like really representing like a mother figure, but mother figure and like the idea of a divine power, a higher power, God, source creator, whatever you believe in, right? And she's holding this book, you know, and like you're a child in all of this. Pile number two. um Sometimes it's easy for us to get so consumed in our little human problems that we forget how small they actually are in the grand scheme of things. In the grand scheme of things, when we think about our long-term goals, you know um the grand scheme of things, when we think about like the global scale of what's going on, and then we get to the cosmic level, like we're living in this crazy idea of a universe. The whole idea of life is insane, and we're fretting and crying about maybe making, a tiny little mistake that set us back in some way, a mistake that is completely redeemable, because as long as you have breath in your lungs, guys, you can pave a way for yourself. Okay. But it's very important for you to listen to your intuition. Pile number two, very important. And the best way to listen to your intuition is from a healed space. So if some of you guys may be needing some sort of healing, and you can heal through prayer, you can heal through meditation, you can heal through Reiki, energy healing modalities, you can heal from reading certain text. It's not like a one and done thing, but you sure can jumpstart your process to healing with any of those things. And then you'd be able to hear your intuition a little more clearly, because your intuition is ultimately what's going to guide you to your wishes. Okay. Um, but some of you guys have to stop rejecting what it is you're calling in, because we have the Four of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles. Similar to pile number one, it's kind of like you're standing in your own way. For some of you guys, you're going to have to let go of some sort of familial ideals, like something that's been passed down generation to generation. It could be like a job, it could be, uh, you know, a way of believing in a higher power, you know. But meditation, the answers are going to come to you through meditation, pile number two. Like literally, you are attracting what you desire daily on a consistent basis, on a daily basis. We're constantly in this state of attraction all the time. So it's very important to be mindful of where you're at mentally, spiritually, emotionally, because those things can eventually manifest in the 3D. Okay. So if we're focusing on heartbreak and failure and fear of failure, we can paralyze ourselves to where we are unconsciously manifesting those undesired outcomes, because when we are wiring our subconscious to believe something, we are going to unconsciously act on those things. Our subconscious is literally influencing our day to day actions. Okay. So, as you can see here, this man is in meditation, and there's the 10 of Pentacles right there. For some of you guys, you may have forgotten what you actually wish for. Okay, because there's too much noise around you. There's maybe one too many distractions going on around you, and you've kind of lost sight or lost track of what it is you actually do want. And Spirit is saying, we literally have the High Priestess out here. You have to listen to your intuition. You're just a baby. Why you ready to die? You just a baby. That's a Lupe Fiasco song, and I forgot the name of it. We have Fire and Water Dragon. Enables your light to flow with loving force. Prepare for change and move forward quickly. Expect the unexpected and have fun. We have the White Gold Dragon from Lyra. Connects you to the highest Christ light. Archangel Gabriel's dragon brings purification. Self-discipline will speed ascension and bring joy. You can carry Archangel Gabriel's diamond. And then lastly, we have Sunshine Yellow Dragon, helps you to heal animals, serve animals, heal and respect and understand them. Now, guys, I always bring animals up in my readings. They always come up. I have a very strong connection to animals. I love animals. I love them so much. But animals are very healing, okay? And there was one reading I brought out my journal. I had journaled about this one time I went to the aquarium and I really telepathically connected with one of the sharks there. And guys, the the ability of animals to like send healing frequencies to us should be looked into. It really should be looked into and studied seriously. Um, but also I want to also talk about here the self discipline, right? It's like I'm getting the image of somebody who's like having a hard time turning down a good time type of thing. Okay, I've been there. I'm not judging. But, you know, and I also know what that feels like when you wake up the next morning and you didn't do what you set out to do the previous day, or you don't have the energy to do what you planned that day, because you went out last night, you drank too much, or whatever it was, you ended up squandering your time, and then you wake up the next morning, it's like, oh my God, I stayed up too late last night, or I drank too much last night, or I smoked too much last night, or I hung out with that crowd of friends last night, and every time I hang out with them, I wake up in a bad mood, or I come home in a bad mood, and I have anxiety, and I'm depressed, and I don't know why, you know. And then it gets us off our path. Okay, so we need to woosah, and we need to center ourselves, and we need to connect with ourselves so that we can listen to our intuition. You know, we can do those things, sometimes from time to time. But when we have a goal that we're trying to reach, if we have some sort of vision we envision for ourselves, some sort of life that we envision for ourselves, It's important. And I feel like I shouldn't have to say this to you guys. I'm not your mom. I'm not here to tell anybody what to do. But, in those moments, maybe just take a step back and say, hey, do I really need to go out tonight? Do I really need to drink tonight? Do I really need to hang around those people tonight? Regardless of how they may take you as being, they may think you're brushing them off or avoiding them or whatever. Maybe speak to the people you need to, like, hey, I've got these things going on, and my life is not where I want it to be, so I need to buckle down, and I can't be hanging out, all hours of the night every single weekend. You know what I mean? Especially if you have a 9 to 5 job, or like something you're doing full term, and there's something else you're working on trying to bring into fruition, or maybe even just wanting to save money. The weekends count, guys. Just because the weekend is here doesn't mean you just throw everything away and throw your hands up, okay? Especially if you have a job or something you're doing full time, because during the week, I can only speak for myself, but during the week, I don't have time or energy to do half of the things that I have of my hobbies. Like, I have to force myself in the gym on the weekend. I'm not working. I'm happy to go in there. You know what I mean? And so if I'm trying to work my way into a career field pertaining to health and wellness, I have to also work on that on the weekends, because that's where I have the most time and energy. If I never do it because I'm always out partying and drinking, I'm cutting into that time that I could be pursuing something else, so that I can eventually make that my primary focus, since my full time focus is taking me away from the things I want to do. There has to be a sacrifice somewhere. But that's just an example. So we have Journey, and it's a 29, which reduces to 11, which is a master number. But it says, do things in a different way. Take a new route. Believe your life is only part of one long journey. Be prepared for adventure. All right. So life is a journey, guys. And then we have prosperity at the bottom of the deck. Give and expect the universe to give back to you. Believe that you are prosperous already. Have gratitude for everything you have in life. That's the prosperity card. It's a number 35, which is an 8. 8 is a number of karma. So, all right. So let me go ahead and get these angel messages out here and see what they have to say for us. I'm hearing the path less traveled. You guys are definitely gonna have to make some sort of sacrifice to get towards what it is you're trying to get towards. Pile number 2. Um, you have to say yes to yourself. You have to say yes to yourself, okay? And not in the way of, I'm going to say yes to that drink or that extra plate or that extra donut, not in that way. Maybe sometimes, but when it's impacting the your ability to get or reach your goals, then it's time to reassess and maybe get buckle down a little bit and get that self-discipline, thing worked out a little bit, okay? um Look into the causal chakra, which is I believe it's the chakra right above the crown chakra, which helps us channel divine wisdom and divine light through our crown chakra and our other chakras. But that's also the Christ light, which is Christ consciousness, which is the consciousness of embodying divine unconditional love for ourselves and other beings. Okay, and that's the vibration we want to be in when we're attracting the things we want into our lives. Okay. Now, but also, again, I was picking up on the energy of regret and heartbreak. It's like life is a journey, guys. You have to, at some point, we all become aware of that. Hopefully, most of us do, but because it takes that weight off a little bit. But allow yourself to flow, allow yourself to be, take things in stride. If you mess up one weekend, if you mess up one day, pick yourself back up. Hey, I'm going to do better next time. I'm never going to lose sight of this goal. Those setbacks, those minor, those, I said I wasn't going to drink this weekend, but I did, and I ended up not being able to complete my project, right? For example, that was one weekend. maybe make up for it someday in the week. Maybe have that discipline to make up for it someday in a week, or take extra weekends. Okay. Um, but the most important thing is to never lose sight of the goal. You know, so we have yes, your wish is going to come true. Pile number two, we have recovery. Okay, so for some of you guys, this could be recovery from an illness and an addiction, or this could also be recovery as in healing of oneself. Okay, healing childhood wounding, healing, traumatic experiences, you know, all that stuff there that can impact and get in the way of our wishes, and then we have peaceful resolution. So I guess it's safe to say that yes, your wish is going to come true. Pile number two, it just may take some time, and don't get discouraged and don't beat yourself up. Don't ever think that it's too late or it's never going to happen, because it is, and it's happening. um Things happen in our lives very slowly. It isn't until we get to like the peak where we look back and we can really recognize everything we've gone through and how much we've changed, okay, and how much our lives have changed. Maybe for some of you guys, it would do you well to reflect back on a time in your life where you were wishing to be where you are now. Okay. Oh goodness. Okay, we're gonna put that back in there. Okay, so what else do you have for pile number two, please, Spirit? Support. Ask for help. Get more rest. Nurture yourself. And then we have growth at the bottom of the deck. Seek out a mentor or guide. Take baby steps as you grow. Like I said, it's happening. It's happening, but it's happening over time, guys. Be willing to learn from others. So there's an emphasis on maybe reaching out to others, specifically others who may have gone through what you're going through now, are going through what you are going through now, and have an ability to relate to you in that way. But not just that they've gone through it or are going through it, but they're working their way through it, or have worked their way through it, and have arrived at some point of what you may perceive to be success. Okay, reach out to those types of people and really ask those questions. How did you get there? What motivated you? What inspired you? What was your turning point? What helped you stay on track? Asking those questions that are going to help you put things into perspective in your own life, and maybe inspire you in ways that you need that inspiration. Okay, so, pile number two, that has been your reading. Long story short, your wish is coming true, but it may take a little bit longer than what you would like, okay? But it's happening nonetheless. And to speed up the process, one would need to become a little more disciplined, okay? So I do feel like a lot of this is you kind of standing in your way, okay? All right. So I'm going to leave the reading there for you, pile number two. If you guys resonated with it, don't forget to like, comment, and or subscribe. And I hope to see you guys on another reading. Bye. Hello, pile number three, people. Those of you who have chosen this lovely, lovely comedic tarot deck. This is going to be your reading. And look, she's showing up there again. We have the High Priestess showing up in pile number two's reading a lot. And I'm just realizing that the High Priestess is a number two. But look, we have the Empress showing up multiple times in your reading already. And that's a three. Wow. Interesting. So let's go ahead and take a look into this. Will pile number three's wishes come true? What's the most likely outcome for pile number three's wishes, please, Spirit? We already have the Wheel of Fortune coming out in the upright. Oh, and I'm sorry, you guys chose the Boulder Opal crystal there. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups. You're going to have to take some sort of divinely inspired leap of faith. And I know the Fool isn't out here, but this Eight of Cups to me is like he's embarking on a journey. Eight of Cups here. He's leaving these eight ankhs behind. You know, these things may have once brought him immense joy and happiness. It may have one point been exactly what he or she was asking for, looking for, could ever want, right? But then there comes a point in all of our lives where our consciousness shifts a little bit. We grow up a little bit. We start finding ourselves a little bit, and then we realize, hey, this is not actually me. This is not actually fulfilling me the way I thought it would, or the way it once did, you know, when I required less. Now I'm looking for something that's going to fulfill me on a soul level, you know, and that's when we run into the Eight of Cups. And it's an emotional decision. It's not an easy one. This is like leaving a childhood home or choosing to sell a childhood home, a home that you grew up in. You know, there's so many memories, right? Um, and having the home left over to you, and then having to come to that hard decision, you know, should I sell it? Should I keep it? You know, and this is just an example, but say holding on to it would prevent you from investing your time and energy elsewhere where you really, really want to invest that energy. Say you would have to stay in an area that you don't want to stay in, or rent the place out, but renting the place out would require you to be on top of things. Okay, you have to be a homeowner still. Okay, if something breaks down, you know, you have to be around, or at least have the proper connections to come in and fix that for the new occupants, right? um it on All in all, I feel like a stress, you know, holding on to this would be more stressful, just to keep this memory, you know, that I'm holding on to so dearly. And it's not like I can recreate that memory. It's not like I can go back in time and experience all those things again. It happened, I experienced it, and now it's over, you know. um that's an example. But that's kind of what I'm getting with this Eight of Cups. It's like, okay, this has served me well. I have so many great memories here. At one point, this is exactly what I wanted. I couldn't ask for more. And now that I have it, it's like, it's going to require more from me to upkeep with this than I really want. Okay. And by letting whatever this is go, for some of you guys, it could even be a job or like a career field. It's like, you know, I've attached my whole identity around this career field. I am a doctor. I am a dental hygienist, right? These are just examples. But it's not fulfilling me anymore. I hate this job. I hate this career field. I can't stand to look at another tooth or another freaking throat or ear, you know. Um these are just examples, guys, but it's like being so fed up with something to where it's like, you know, is it really worth it to even continue at this? You know, it's causing me more stress and more of my happiness than it's really maybe even worth. Okay. Okay, we have the Four of Swords. To say all that, walking away from this thing is going to bring you exactly what it is you're looking for. And it may happen over time. It may not happen right away, but it's definitely going to open you up to receiving exactly what it is you're looking for. Okay. Some of you guys may be afraid to make this decision. And out of fear that maybe the journey is going to be very long towards whatever this other path is. Okay. But all we have is time, guys. And the more you sit there and weigh your options over and over again to the point of analysis paralysis, and you can't move, time is still ticking, even when we're sitting there in our, you know, indecision. So a lot of you guys, it's time to take a break. Okay, your body wants to rest, your mind wants to rest so bad. Okay, even if that's just like emotionally, mentally, you're just like going over things over and over again. um For some of you guys, there could be a person in specific who, a low vibrational person, to be very, very, very specific here. A very low vibrational person. This person could be very emotionally manipulative. Could be like a mother, an ex, someone who's really worked their way into your life through way of pulling on your heartstrings and influencing you to make decisions that you know are not for your best good, but maybe for the selfish purposes or reasons of this other person here. For others of you guys, this could even just be yourself being emotionally disconnected, cut off from the world, okay? Not in a healthy way, but I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's going to be a romantic person here, whether it's someone current or someone from the past who's just unable to let a situation go with you guys. I'm hearing for some of you guys, you don't even know this person has the feelings they have for you. They've just tried many different avenues and ways to hang on to you. Okay. It could be a mother figure, ex, current partner that you're getting ready to leave, you're contemplating about leaving, you know. Um yeah, I feel like some of you guys are just over something. And if it's not a person, for some of you guys, it's your emotions or an emotional attachment to something that's no longer there anymore. You have no emotional fulfillment or satisfaction for something anymore. It's kind of killing your vibe. It's killing your vibe. All right. What do you have for us, pile spirit, for pile number 3? What else do you have? Yeah, guys. I'm sorry, but what the heck? We have the 8 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You guys are definitely hanging in somewhere or with someone who is putting you through hell. Okay, to put it simply, it's putting you through hell. Whether it's a job, a person, place, or a thing, it's putting you through hell. Pile number 3. 9 of Swords with the 5 of Wands. This could be a lot of conflict here. This could also be like secret enemies, okay? Hidden enemies, evil eyeing you. It's keeping you up at night, whatever it is. For some of you guys, it's like going into this workplace, the vibes are off. The vibes are off. I feel like a lot of you guys aren't very friendly with the people that you are working with, or if this is like family members, it's like a cordial thing. Some of these people may not be cordial, okay? They may actually be fighting, but whatever this is giving you anxiety, and I feel like the anxiety is coming from this place of unnecessary um feeling of responsibility that you're putting on yourself when it comes to whatever this is. I'm hearing some of you guys are being eaten alive by your own guilt or your own jealousy or envy of another person. All right, I want to see what else is going on here. What in the world, Paul? What the hell? I will say, the Wheel of Fortune and the 8 of Cups were the first cards to come out. So your wish, if your wish is coming true, it's only going to come true if you walk away from whatever this toxic, chaotic mess is that you have going on in your life. Okay, it's chaotic, it's toxic, it needs to go. I'm sorry. All right. So let's go ahead and pull some cards from the Oracle decks we have here. Sorry that I'm speaking in my British accent. I think they have a very cool accent. I love accents, actually. I love accents, and I wish I had one. Okay, so we have look for a sign. Yeah, you guys, I feel like you're looking for signs. Like, when is the right time to leave, to exit stage left? And I feel like it's been there. It's been so in your face. If it's not just like it's there, it's like how you're feeling is the sign. How you're feeling is the sign. Perfect timing. So this is definitely with the Wheel of Fortune here. It's something divine. It's definitely up to divine will at this point. However, once you walk away, it's going to set things in motion. It's going to get the wheel turning in your favor. Okay. But don't think that the divine has left you out, because they haven't. Okay. Let's get some more oracle cards. Okay, so we have the golden Christed dragon, brings you higher love so that you embody the Christ light. Absorb the Christ light. You are protected. Expand your heart and remain fifth dimensional. As you can see, this dragon here is elevated. When we are operating from these higher levels of consciousness, of understanding, of wisdom, it's hard to be bothered by the perils of the lower vibrational beings. You can help these people because we've all been there, right? You can't help them by being directly in their chaos and being on the same energetic vibration as them. They're not going to get it, okay? The only way we can teach certain people like this is by taking a step back. Sorry, I don't know why all of a sudden. Okay. Um taking a step back and sometimes allowing people to just run their own circus, okay? Sometimes we just don't even want to be involved in the circus. Sometimes we just need to let it be, okay? Sometimes we just need to let it be. And other times we can step in and offer words of wisdom, advice, and all that good stuff. And the right people are going to hear it. The wrong people is going to fall on deaf ears. And you're just going to continue to waste your time, energy, your precious energy that's being drained, okay, with nothing in return but sleepless nights and anxiety. Okay, so air and fire dragon expands your creative energies, harness your creativity, excitement, and enthusiasm, communicate your passion. So, guys, what I like to do as like an alchemist when I am heartbroken, angry, I allow it to motivate me to be even better. Okay, where am I going to channel this energy today? Okay, and when you have a lot of interest or you're creative, it should be very easily. It should come very naturally to you if you allow it to. For example, if you say you are in a friend group, right? And you find out these people are talking trash about you, you know, they saying you this, that, and the third, they're spreading rumors about you, they telling all your business, right? It's downright embarrassing. You don't even want to show your face anymore. You go home crying at night. You can't even sleep at night. It's like, am I really this horrible of a person? Oh my gosh. You know, and I'm not laughing. It's just I'm laughing at myself, okay? But anyways, it's just an example, guys. But imagine that type of scenario, right? You can go home, you can cry, you can beat yourself up believing everything that you've heard about yourself. Or you can take a make the decision to look at the situation objectively. Okay, what was this person's motivation for even doing this? And then start reassessing that relationship. Okay, maybe this person never liked me. Okay, maybe taking a look into why they don't like you. Is it really something I did? A lot of times we can say no, it's nothing I did to that person, and then at some point we have to just come to grips that sometimes people are just bad people. Sometimes people are jealous in secret competition with this Five of Wands, and they want to tear you down because they don't feel good about themselves. And the only way they can feel good about themselves is as if they tear other people down. We can take a chance to pick apart the situation and see it objectively, or to allow ourselves to drown in our emotions of this idea of not being seen perfectly by every single person. Yeah, maybe sometimes we are messed up people to certain people, or certain people just don't vibe with us. They don't like us, whatever. You let that shit roll off your back. Your people are out there, your people are out there. But I say all that to say, imagine that, you can sit there, you can dwell, oh my God, I'm a bad person. Nobody likes me. Oh my gosh. And then you're overthinking it to the point where it's like, if they think that about me, then everybody's going to think that about me, right? Or we can take that time to self reflect. Like I said, pick apart the situation, pick apart the relationship, really dice that mother down. You know what I mean? And till you can see that a lot of the times it's not just you, unless you know you're a messed up person. But most of the time, people who do things like that are just bad people, and we can just chalk it up to that. That person has some inner demons they're fighting that have nothing to do with me at the end of the day. And I'm not going to allow it to affect my life in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to keep it moving. I'm going to keep moving because life is still, in our indecision, guys, I'm going to repeat it again. In our indecision, life is still ticking. That clock is still ticking. Okay. So are you going to allow low vibrational people who don't like you to stop your show, to stunt your growth, to stop or dull your shine? You shouldn't. Okay. And again, with that channeling, with this creative energy, once you break down that situation and you come to terms with it, you accept it for what it is. We ain't friends no more, right? Y'all can stop asking me about so and so because we're not friends no more, right? And this is just an example, guys, but um, I'm gonna prove these people wrong. If they really think that about me, I'm gonna prove them wrong. That should be your first thought process, and not in like an unhealthy way, but in a way of, I know I'm really not like that, but even if I was, let me show you. Let me show you that you're wrong. You're wrong about me, and what you did, I'm going to make sure you regret doing that to me. I'm sorry you have a messed up perception of me, but I'm going to show you what's really real. Okay. That's just me put my 2 cents in there, but it helps. It helps. You know. All right, so let's go ahead and get a couple more oracle cards. Allow it to be a motivator. Allow the hate, whether it's warranted or not, be a motivation in life. Don't allow it to cripple you, because at the end of the day, in the grand scheme of things, when you're on your deathbed, you're probably going to be thinking about all the things you didn't do because you were afraid of how somebody else was going to perceive you. Then you are going to be thinking about what Joe Schmo, your ex-friend, said when y'all were 25 years old. Okay. You're probably not going to be thinking about that. Okay. We literally got the same oracle cards as pile number 2. So I'm going to shuffle again just in case. Ooh. I probably shouldn't have said that. Okay, so just a moment, guys. Yeah, those cars just got pissed off at me. All right, what else do you have for pile number 3, Spirit? I'm not taking all these cards. You got me messed up. What do you have for pile number 3? Okay, so we're just gonna keep it. We're just gonna keep it because literally we get the same card. The same card. And the cards fell on the floor and everything, and the same one came up. Journey. Let that be a sign too, guys, that you need to trust your intuition with this looking for a sign. The sign is how you feel. Okay, I'm gonna reiterate that. The sign is how you feel. If you feel like crap whenever you're around people with certain things, whatever you think about this responsibility, say you have a job, you go to every day and you hate it and it makes you feel terrible every time you're in there. The sign is your feeling. Whatever feeling you get, that is your sign. Okay. Um, Journey. And it says, do things in a different way, take a new route. Believe your life is only part of one long journey. And this is just a chapter, and you'll soon forget. And, or, this is what I love so much about alchemy, you'll remember the lesson from it, and it will make that memory a little less bitter. Okay. Yeah. So, and it says, be prepared for adventure. Um, don't allow yourself to be stuck. Okay, life is one big adventure. The clock is always going to be ticking. Okay, you're just wasting time in your indecision. Okay, so we have awakening at the bottom of the deck. Your consciousness is awakening. You are becoming attuned to the messages of spirit and nature. Trust your psychic abilities. I feel like that's confirmation for what I just said. All right, so we literally have like sex here. I've never seen this card come up in this deck, so I'm like very interested that it's showing up now. But aside from that, guys, we literally have 1111. Look up that angel number 1111. Awakening and journey. This whatever this wish is, it has to do with your spiritual journey. And the spirit is saying your journey back to self, your journey to becoming is what they're saying. But the sex card says, do you feel disconnected to yourself and others? What do you need to feel more loving? Do you feel your needs are not being met? For those of you who are in that toxic relationship, was that this pile or was it the last pile? I don't know. If you're in a toxic relationship, you need to go ahead and let that go. Okay. And some of you guys may be convincing yourself to stay there because intimacy ain't everything, right? But if you're repulsed at the very idea of the person you're in a relationship with, you may need to reassess that relationship, okay? Because it's not everything. However, it is. It's like a part of the puzzle, okay? It's an important ingredient in the cake, okay? And I'm hearing for some of you guys, it's not you. Some of you guys are stuck in situations that may not even be romantic only, but relationships in general with this celebration and social occasions, feeling like if there's something wrong with you, there's nothing wrong with you. You're in the wrong circles, okay? You're in the wrong places, okay? You need to go where you are celebrated, not just tolerated. And that goes for work situations too, jobs, career fields, and things like that, friend groups. Awareness. Live in the moment. Be conscious of your thoughts. Look for signs and guidance. I love when the cards just do this. I really do. We have awareness, we have awakening, we have journey. Look for signs and guidance. And let's get a couple cards from this little oracle deck we have here, and then we will close this reading out. Pile number 3. Your intuition is guiding you to make certain decisions. Pile number 3, and you need to be mindful of them. Number 1 and number 2, as soon as you walk away from something that is no longer serving you, and you know exactly what this thing is, pile number 3, you are, and you've been in your head about it, even though whatever this thing is stressing you out. I tell you, it's stressing you out. The moment you walk away from this, whatever it is, it's going to set the wheel in motion for serendipitous events to take place in your life. Okay, so we have quiet your mind, and we have that with the Four of Swords too. Your mind, your body wants to rest. Okay, it's okay to decline an invitation every once in a while, pile number 3, or to not turn that TV on, to turn that cell phone off, to put that book down, whatever it is that's like taking you away from yourself constantly. It's okay to take a break from that thing at least 5 minutes a day, guys, and allow some time for some sort of meditation on a daily basis, because your intuition is trying to talk to you. Choose faith over fear. And I feel like the more you connect with yourself, energetically, spiritually, the more the pathway forward is going to become more clear for you. Because right now it may just be very hazy, um, which is causing this uncertainty within you. Okay. But the more you meditate, the more it's going to become clear to you. Strong, brave, bold. All right, so we're going to leave that there, pile number 3. If you resonated with the reading, don't forget to like, comment, and or subscribe. And I hope to see you guys on another one. Bye. Hello, pile number four. People, those of you who have chosen this lovely intuitive night goddess tarot deck, this is going to be your reading. Let's take a look. Oh, and you guys chose the angelite stone here. I love this stone so much. I use this stone a lot, like at the beginning of my spiritual journey, and it helped me channel a lot. I didn't know I was a medium until I picked one of these up, and one day I was just channeling messages like crazy. I'm like, where is this information coming from? But yeah, if you guys are interested in maybe channeling, learning how to channel, I definitely recommend the angel lights. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look here. Pile number four. What do you have to say to us about pile number four's wishes? What's the most likely outcome here, please, Spirit, for pile number four's wishes? Interesting. We have a very similar energy to pile number two already. I mean, pile number four. Uh, pile number three. Oh my gosh. All right, so we have the Hanged Man, which is meditation in this deck, and the Five of Wands. So a lot of you guys, you're needing to quiet your mind. The answers you seek are within. Some of you guys could have a lot of hate, negativity being directed to you from outsiders. And it may be impacting you in a way that you may be aware of for some of you guys, but for some of you guys, you may be unaware of. And in order to combat this, it's very important to dedicate at least a few minutes in the day, every single day, towards some sort of meditation or prayer to center yourself and get yourself back in alignment when this negative energy is like coming in and throwing you off, especially if you're in the midst of some sort of conflict, chaos, arguments, and things like that. It's very important to go ahead and take that break and meditate. Okay, if you need to block up, you need to block up. Okay, sorry, but I I believe in blocking people. You know, I believe in ghosting people. All that. If that's what you need to do. For others of you guys, this could indicate some sort of jealousy, competition within yourself that is actually impacting and hindering your ability to see a situation very clearly. Even yourself, if you're comparing yourself to other people unhealthily. Okay, so what else do you have for pile number four, please, Spirit? I love this deck. It smells so good. What else do you have for us? Is pile number four is wish gonna come true? We have the Knight, the King of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Death card. So this is some Scorpionic energy coming through here, and Scorpio rules. We're not going to go into that, but we're going to focus on the transformation part here and focus on that. There's a spiritual transformation wanting to be had for you guys, pile number four, to put it quite simply. I feel like the more you discover yourself on a spiritual level, the less inclined you'll be to compare yourself to other people in the 3D. Because once you're spiritually in tune with yourself and you're able to pick up on energy just in general from other people and how it relates to you, the less inclined you'll be to compare yourself because you're seeing beyond the veil. You're seeing beyond just the put together face. You're seeing beyond the fancy cars and the designer clothing. You're seeing to the core of things, and you know from a soul level that just because something is satisfying you on a physical does not necessarily mean it's satisfying you on a spiritual or soul level. You can have everything your heart ever wished for in the physical realm and still be empty, bitter, and unhappy on the inside because you haven't done the work on yourself. You don't know yourself, and therefore you're in a constant state of comparing yourself to other people. And I'm hearing pocket watching other people, wondering what other people have going on and are they exceeding me? Are they doing better than me? Are they going to become more successful than me? Rather than focusing on yourself and how you're feeling. Success is a feeling, okay? And a lot of times we get ourselves wrapped up in thinking that success is always going to look a certain way. But success is not success if you don't feel a certain way. It doesn't matter what you look like, okay? I'm hearing it's time to get back into your creativity bag. When you're creating from a space of like pure authenticity and like your soul, your heart, it's hard for anyone to come in and duplicate that or overdo you. Okay, especially if you're doing something like if you're in the lane that was like, it's like God literally cut this lane out for you because you are excelling, you are just, doing your thing. It's hard for anybody to come in and compete with that because you're doing it from a space of authenticity where most people are doing it from a place of need, want, desire, comparison, um, egotistical reasons. It's never from the soul. It's not, and a lot of those types of people end up stealing ideas from other people and trying to mimic them and recreate them. And you can never do it quite like the originator does it, because the originator is doing it from the soul, and that's what's missing from a lot of stuff nowadays. Okay, but yeah, we have the the Queen of Cups with the Ten of Wands, and then we have the Devil with the Two of Cups. Oh no. Is there a relationship going on for you guys? Okay, so we have the King of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Two of Cups. There could definitely be a soulmate connection out here. Okay, you feel a very, very, very strong connection with this person, almost like you are bound to this person. Okay, but I feel like for a lot of you guys in this pile, you're suffering, or you're battling with these ideas and thoughts within yourself and or outside opinions. And I'm going to tell you, if this is outside opinions, it's coming from people who are very jealous of you and or your person, and therefore you should not take a lot of stock in what these people are saying. And the fact that it's coming up with the hanged man or meditation here lets me know that spirit is telling you to go within yourself for the answers. Do not rely on the opinions, hearsay, naysay of people who are inherently very jealous of you. And we're going to go back on that thing where I was talking about people who do it from the soul and people who do it from the ego. The people who are jealous of you and or the person you're wanting to connect with are people who do it from ego. Okay, these people they set out with this list of things they want to accomplish in life because they feel like this is what success looks like. This is what society has told me. My parents, my whatever, have told me that my life needs to look a certain way, and I need to do this and I need to do that, and I can't, you know, wear my skirt too short, or um unbutton my blouse a little too much. They have like a very rigid set of things that they feel like they need to accomplish in life, and there's no shade. If that works for you, that works for you. But these people are deeply unhappy with these sets of things they've set for themselves or allowed other people to set for themselves, and therefore they pick at other people, because they feel like if I can tear this person down, then that will justify me and my unhappiness. Okay, if I can't be happy, why does anybody else get to be happy? And that's just very toxic. It's very low vibrational. Okay, yeah, spirit is saying listen to your intuition, guys. And if it's not a relationship, this could even be like people questioning your spiritual path, your spiritual gifts, what you believe in, what you choose not to believe in. um this would be people just coming at you, nitpicking your life, okay? Your career, and if it's not other people, it's yourself, okay? It's yourself. But there is a need for you to go within, okay? The answer is within yourself. You're making this a lot more difficult than what it actually is, spirit is saying, because the answer is all it's right there for you. And I'm going to reiterate what I said in file number 3, because we got the look for a sign card. And I told pile number three, the sign is how it makes you feel. If it makes you happy, if it makes you happy. I don't even know the lyrics to that song, but if it makes you happy, pile number four. If it makes you happy, if it makes you sad, if it makes you mad, you may want to add some distance, okay? Until you figure it out. Okay, so we got some dragons out here. The first one is Orange Gold Dragon from Arcturus. Opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. Carry the energy of the future, be a guiding light. You can't be a guiding light if you allow negative, low vibrational people to dim your lights. Okay, so don't let them dim your light because people need your light. Pile number four. You know, who are these people? Tell them to go find some business. Okay, tell them to figure out what makes them happy and do more of it. Okay, so then we have Green Gold Dragon from Sirius, brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about spiritual technology, be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. Is we have all these cards of like knowledge and being a channel and spiritual technology. And I get a lot of these cards here. It has a lot to do with your spiritual journey. For some of you guys, this could actually be a twin flame that's coming up in this pile. This is somebody who has inspired and encouraged and probably even been a catalyst to your spiritual awakening. Okay. And you know, I have some experience there. Sometimes it can frighten you. You may be questioning, is this person actually meaning me well? Is this really a genuine connection? Is this a healthy connection? You know, I have all these people telling me that it's not, and it makes me afraid to test the waters because, you know, I'm feeling inexplicably drawn to this person. I'm having these realizations that are kind of scaring me because life and things don't look the way they once did prior to meeting this person or having this awakening when connecting with this person. The air dragon helps you rise above earthly matter. Communicate honestly, bring inspiration and hope. See life from a higher perspective. You're going to have to, and it requires practice, guys, because the matrix will condition you so bad to only focus on what you can see with your two eyes and not what you can see with your third eye. And it's very easy to be manipulated, confused, and lied to in this matrix realm if you are not in tune with your intuition and if your third eye is not open, okay, or imbalanced, okay. So it's scary to venture off and say, hey, I'm going to do this differently, and just completely defy everything anybody you've ever cared about in life has advised you of. Okay, that's, you know, I'm not going to sit here and act like that's a very easy feat because it's not. But I will say it is very rewarding. It is very rewarding to follow your own heart and intuition because nobody knows us the way we know ourselves. So nobody's ever going to be able to give you advice that is 100% going to be for you. You know, you get advice from people, you got to take it with a grain of salt, depending on the level of vibration or consciousness the person you're receiving advice from is on. Okay. So we have water. What is overwhelming you in your waking life? Are you traveling emotionally in life? Are you struggling to reach your goals? Yeah. So, again, with this awakening, guys, not everybody's going to agree with your path. Not everybody's going to know what the heck is going on with you, why you're distancing yourself, why you're talking like this, why you're posting the things you're posting. Not everybody's going to understand that, you know, but you have to have faith in your vision and the vision that God put in your heart, you know, and that you are being guided along the right path by the way it makes you feel. Okay, you're not hurting or harming anybody. In fact, you probably are the type who likes to help people, who likes to be in service of other people, who likes other people to be happy, you know, because you know what it feels like to be down. You have to remember that, okay? When people come and attack you, they, you know, you're being spiritually attacked, psychically attacked by people who don't understand you, and some of them don't want to understand you. Okay, you have to keep that in mind as well because some of these people are just plainly jealous of you, as simple as it can be. Um, and so they're committed to misunderstanding you. But at the root of that, you have to be calmly and firmly rooted in yourself and your belief, and that comes with practice. But there we go, meditation. There we go. So we have freedom at the bottom of the deck, and freedom says free yourself from limiting beliefs and attitudes. Be an advocate of freedom so others can be free to pursue their dreams. Unshackle the chains that bind you from being the person you want to be. And then under that, we have flying or falling. What do you need to be free of? Freedom. Are you ready to take risk and fly solo? What do you need to feel empowered? Okay, and let's get some angel answers here. Is pile number 4's dream going to come true? Oh, and I'm going to read this card right here because we talked about this, guys. It says school or exams. In what areas do you feel inadequate? Are you constantly competing with others? Are you in the process of evaluating yourself and your goals? Okay. Okay, so let's get some angel answers for pile number 4. Is pile number 4's wish going to come true? The situation will improve. The situation will improve once you let go and let God. Let God. Remain positive. Release the need to control. Not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to believe in you. Not everybody's going to believe you. Okay? Yes. Say yes to yourself. Your wishes are going to come true. But you're going to have to release the need to control. You're also going to have to release the limiting beliefs, attitudes, and mindsets that are hindering you and stopping you from going in the direction that you want to go in, that you're being pulled in. I just see somebody sitting there, constantly juggling these two balls, but not making a decision. The universe has a plan for me. You are entering a time of happiness, so things are going to improve. I love to see this. The situation will improve. You are entering a time of happiness. The universe has a plan for me. Let go. Remain positive. It's going to work out, pile number 4. It is. It's going to work out. What pile was it? I kept hearing that song. Don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you. That was pile number 2. So if you guys feel called to, you may want to watch pile number 2 for additional messages. Or pile number 3, because I feel like this message also related a lot to pile number 3. Okay, so we have beloved. Prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe you are lovable. Yeah, I feel like this is like a twin flame connection here, guys. Yeah, you got a twin flame out there. And your wish is to be with this person, but you can't be with this person if you are constantly listening to other people's opinions and or your own self-doubt and negative perspectives. Okay. Then we have intuition. Listen to the whispers of your heart. Use divination tools to help you decide. Trust your intuition no matter what. You guys are watching tarot right now, so use those divination tools. If you guys have tarot cards, you may want to pull some tarot cards for yourself. Okay, but listen to your intuition. It's going to guide you right to your person. Okay, somebody needed to hear that. God said somebody needed to hear that. Your intuition is going to guide you right to your person. Okay, something in your life is making you feel like you can't be free to choose this person, and that is but an illusion. Okay, that is but an illusion. All right, so yeah, we're gonna leave that there, pile number 4. If you guys resonated with the reading, don't forget to like, comment, and or subscribe, and I hope to see you guys on another one. Bye.